It's hard to describe something you've been doing for 13 years in 2 words. 13 years is a big amount of time. I was 40, now I am 53. This 13 years flew by, but a whole generation grew up. This generation is filled with Ukrainians that are raising Ukrainian flag all over the world. Team of our city Dnipro won national team of the United States. And I think that's our biggest accomplishment. And we can forget about everything else. Many years ago, I was studying school. My neighbor, Milik Boris, came to my mother and asked her to take me to watch USSR championship. It was held in Dnipro at our waterski stadium. I'll take him to see a beautiful thing that he will surely like, he said. As a result, I spent the whole day of finals there, and I liked it that much that stayed in water skiing. At the end, it's like a sickness that no one has cure from. Tricking is like gymnastics. We have flips, many kinds of rotations and jumps over the line. You get certain amount of points for each of them. Judges look at your run, then count your points, and the one who scored the most wins. Slaloming is taking the course that consists of 6 buoys, open and exit gates. The one who took the biggest amount of buoys on the shortest line wins. Jumping is measured. You have to jump the furthest to win. Water ski club SENTOSA is great. It's a private structure that helps and donates to water skiing. I mean, it helps not only with money, it helps with everything. But the national rank was always important for us. Nobody listened to me for a long time, but when they finally did, we finally accomplished it. We got the status of National Water Ski and Wakeboard Federation. I think that's our biggest accomplishment in the last 5-6 years. It is very important. You can ask kids. They live in a different world. That's their home right here. When I grow up, I want to become a world champion, because everyone will know you. I want everyone around the world to know me. We met a man close to our house and got to know him, and he advised us to try water skiing. I want to be a world champion and become a coach, head coach. I want to be the best water skier in the world. My mom asked me if I want to do water skiing, and I happily said yes. I want to get a first place at Worlds. I like water skiing because when you are skiing, you like it. You feel the joy from doing so when you are doing tricks and everything works out. Get the first place at Worlds. I want to be a famous athlete, and I like this sport. I want to be a world champion, and that's my goal. I don't think you need to become someone. I just want to be him. I'm not going here for nothing. You can't describe with words because you liked it that much. I'm speechless. They have so much motivation, the kids. These kids love what they are doing. They want to become better. They are trying their best to just keep skiing and compete. This will help them enter the universities in the States, study for free in really good school. It is also a big thing. For example, Dnipro had graduated already. Sonia is just starting.
A little extra pull to make sure we get outside the buoys. We have a headwind.
Миш, сделай, пожалуйста, дополнительное вот это усилие. Сделай импульс после упора. А потом вставай в поворот, хорошо?
We decided to bring an American specialist to help us coach everyone in slalom. That's why Zane Nicholson is here. We invited him to work with us and help us get better in slalom.
I would come back and I would tell anybody that if they got offered the job here, I would tell them to take it in a heartbeat. That it's an experience that I don't think many people understand how cool it is to be here in Ukraine. I know like the staff housing here is really good, much better than I've ever been at other ski clubs, and and then just the overall people around here at SENTOSA is a really good environment and club to be at, and I would recommend anybody to take this job. And I think the more fun you have, the better you're going to get. Yes, I can give them I can tell them technique and whatever, but unless they want to come out here and they want to get better and they want to train, they're not going to do what I want them to do, right? So the biggest thing that I can bring to them is just that passion for the sport, and I want them to have the same passion and drive that I have, still today after 20 years of skiing. Water ski SENTOSA team.
Varia, there is 6 buoys in the course, not first, second and sixth only. And please turn your ski, okay? Put this part of your body away. You're putting it everywhere again. You have to keep everything straight here, got it? And look, slide, slide, do the second one too. You can see both talent and hard work at the start, but you can see the joy that kid gets from the first set. You can see how he acts. Or he's really stiff and scared, or he radiates happiness and enjoys what he does. We need the second one. There is another thing, fuel. We always didn't have enough. For example, for the whole season we got 200 liters, but in one day we spent 160. Of course, we had to ski for 5 months in a year. That's why we did this. We were standing on a highway, stopping big trucks. Me and other boys, we were like 9, 10 years old. So we were asking them, do you have gas? But of course you won't pour gas standing in the middle of the road. But instead they gave us tickets. So we took those tickets and they allowed us to get 20 liters of gas for 1 ruble. Then we took those tickets to our skiing place and we have special liquid to get the stamp out of those tickets. We put them in the bleach and after 2-3 hours the whole stamp disappeared. Then we sprayed them with water and put our own stamp over it. Because of that, on this gas station right here, we were capable of getting 100 liters for 5 rubles. 100 liters, we can ski with that. Not behind the actual boat, but a small one. How we got those 5 rubles is another story. All those islands that are around here, many people were resting on them. And many different boats. It was a big thing back then, not like today. Only rich people can afford boats. Back then, there were 1,000 people who had little boats. They had picnics, were eating and having fun. And after them, there were many empty glass bottles that I personally with my boys was collecting into bags, and that allowed us to collect 5-6 rubles to buy tickets for gas and fill the boat up. That is the kind of water skiing that I saw. It's not what we are doing here now. It's absolutely different today. Our athletes are happy people. They have no idea what's like to have no gas, not have skis, not have a boat. They don't know many things, and because of that they have a lot of time for trainings and many power to do what they are supposed to do, and not bring the gas cans from the nearest gas station. That is why, when I was creating this club, the main goal was not to do how it was. I knew how it should be and how should not. That is maybe the biggest feature why I was into water skiing. I knew how it should not be. To get to the top 3, you have to work. Not every talented ones start doing that, you know. I mean, they are being lazy. because they didn't work to get to the top 10. They got there because of their talent. And if you didn't teach them how to work hard, by that time they just stop. And there are many examples of that. The hard-working ones get to the top 3 a little bit later, but they reach their goals. That is why both options are acceptable. Regular training, slalom in the morning, my arm gets into the handle. The boat pulls me and tears my biceps. Every sport is dangerous. Water skiing is an extreme sport, and every time we have new kids coming, we tell their parents that anything can happen. As everywhere. Broken bones, smashed heads, torn ligaments, you can't avoid that. You always fall, but what is more important is how you get up after. If anyone can imagine this, it hurts a lot, and arm gets swollen immediately, it turns blue. You are laying in the water facing up and just holding this arm. If you have the desire to learn and work, if you love all this, then everything will work itself out. Why is it so tough? It's like everywhere. Starting from ballet and playing chess. If you want it that much and see your future in this sport, there is no other way. I grow with them, I learn with them, I learn by my own mistakes, unfortunately. By someone else's doesn't work sometimes, but that's life. Area of happiness. We have beautiful mood, sun, fresh air, water, and your favorite sport in here. A lot of people who come for the first time, they just stay and come back because it is impossible to not like it. This is it. That is the place that helped grow the sport in mass. 11 persons can ride at the same time. Plus, we have 3 reversive cables, that is private lessons. Cable park is very useful and important thing for growth of the sport. More than 14,000 people have already tried to wakeboard and water ski behind this cable. Our water ski stadium, I think, is one of the best in Europe and maybe around the world.
Ощущение свободы, драйва, это незабываемая эмоция, тем более летом на воде всегда круто.
Не знаю, я такого кайфа не испытывала вот нигде.
У тебя в один прекрасный момент, когда это все получится, у тебя будет на лице блаженная улыбка, удовлетворение от того, что у тебя все получается.
В любом случае спорт, который не позволяет скучать.
Была идея такая построить Риксон, чтобы как можно больше людей смогли попробовать сами, будь то водные лыжи, будь то вейкборд, попробовать встать на воду.
I wake up and go to train. We have 3 hours in the morning. I do a set of slalom and tricks, then rest, then another training at 4 p.m. I do 2 more sets and head out home. Being Ukrainian is being a person that presents Ukraine on the world stage, for the country, for the people. Damir is actually a hero. At last World Championships, he was jumping with a broken leg. Think about it for a second. He fell on a counter cart, broke under the bones in his foot and went to jump again. We didn't know he broke it. He was competing in the older category. Everyone was older than him for at least 2 years. He is still in the category under 14, but he was competing in under 17 last year and showed his best. This year he's going to compete at Worlds under 21, but he's going to come back to his category under 14, and he's going to win everyone else this year. I promised him, Damir, I promised you, and you are going to do it. I won Europeans under 14 in tricks last year. I would want to get first place at Worlds under 21. Waterskiing is a professional sport. You can't just get here, ski and live. You have to train. You have to want it. For me, it's an everyday thing, a lifestyle. We are a team. Of course, there is a little competition going between us. But other than that, we are a one big united team. Good kids, with a bright future. Everyone works hard. I think here at Europeans under 21 at Dnipro. Oh, it's not a big deal. It's just a small rain. We're water skiers. We won't melt. They are gonna show themselves. We will put them in the team. Everyone has to start somewhere. The second generation of kids that we just got has a big advantage from the first one. They have someone to look up to. They are training with world champions and world record holders. This is a very different picture.
All right, so here we go. Danielo Filchenko. Wrapped, toe 5 back, toe wake back to back. Now in the reverse, toe back to backs into toe 5 front, toe O, reverse, toe wake O. Now let's look at these toe steps. Toe step line O into toe step back, turns front. Toe step 5 back, toe step back to back, holds edge, toe step back to back, reverse, and toe step front. Oh, he gets a toe step front in!
Runs.
Wow!
This is going to be great.
These seconds of happiness when you just won and standing at the podium and they lift your flag and Ukrainian hymn is playing, this is pure happiness. This is a piece of luck. For this in particular, many athletes are training for 15, 20 years. For this exact moment, you can't compare it to anything. The joy you can't compare with any single thing. For the kids, for the life. This lifestyle is not for something in particular. It's just not work. It's the way of living. It feels nice to represent your country. And when I was stressing out, I was cheering myself up by saying, "Don't worry, Stasa, you have the spirit of Cossack inside of you." I was trying my best. But other than that, I'm proud in every competition. At every competition, no matter how big they are, Europeans, Worlds, World Games, any commercial tournament, you are competing for your own country. I have a big desire to push Ukraine to the next level, at least in sports, for sure. I can't really do anything right now. But I truly want Olympic medals. But for now, it is impossible. I want to build a team that is going to be first in the whole world, and not for once. That's what I want.